Hi, welcome back to Eepa's Kitchen with part 3 of the summer salad extravaganza. I'm going to get a reaction from somebody one of these extravaganzas. Today, we are going to make an old family recipe. It comes from my grandmother from Italy. My mom used to make it all the time. All of her children, including me, make it. My one child won't make it because for some reason he'll eat everything that has tomatoes in it, but not tomatoes. I'll let you decide which one of those children it is, but either way. It's simple. It's just fresh, vine ripened tomatoes, and you want these at room temperature. You don't want these in the refrigerator. You want these warm. All right. It's better right off the vine out of the garden, making it just like that. So we got our tomatoes. I picked some fresh oregano this morning, fresh basil, and garlic. You can use dry garlic, dry basil, dry oregano if you want. That's all you got. You're good with that. I have it fresh, so I'm going to use it. So first thing we're going to do is I already washed the tomatoes. Remember we talked about that? Wash the tomatoes first. All right. Then cut out the guts. So we don't want to push any dirt or whatever was on these. So like you had a bird fly over, poop on your tomato, you don't want to push that back in. So all right, so we're gonna do that.
So you push it back in?
No, we're not pushing it back in.
Why?
Because do you want to eat bird poop?
Yeah.
Okay, well I'll go get you one that's got poop on it and you can have it.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna core these, and then it's pretty simple. We're just gonna cut them into little wedges. I remember when I was a kid, my mom would make this and it would just sit on the table. So what you do is when it's done, you don't want to put it in the refrigerator. You want it on the table so that it starts to soften up. The spices start to gel up inside the tomatoes. And it smells great. It's like if you're into garlic and oregano and a basil, and that's what I love my house to smell like. So we're just cutting into little wedges like that. And then we would come in with big chunks of crusty bread. Mom would always have some kind of bread like that. And if she didn't, we'd use a slice of butternut and then just dip that bread into the juice that comes out of the tomatoes, build a sandwich out of these things. This is another one of those items you can kind of use as a side dish or an appetizer, whatever you want to use it for. I just like coming in the kitchen and having it on the table and just grabbing a piece of bread, eating a little bit, going on my way. It's good with a glass of wine. I like this with instead of a white, I like this with more of a red wine. Adds a little bit richer flavor. But who am I? I'm no sommelier, or however you say it. How you say it? You don't know? All right.
No,
I'm not that guy. I just know what I like. You're not food. That's right. That's what I like too is food.
And water.
You like water?
Yeah.
And then, as I just noticed in the house, like half a gallon of milk.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
I don't know. Bacon.
Bacon? Big fan of bacon? Yeah, I'll go with that. What else? Obviously, you didn't like the prosciutto that we had earlier.
Yeah.
I don't know what's up with that. What's your favorite meat? Chicken? Steak?
Steak.
Pork chops?
Pork chops.
Applesauce? No?
No.
All right, so tomatoes are all cut up. We're going to put those to the side. Big Chief over here is going to go ahead and dump the garlic in. You can use a spoon to scoop it out. That's just one clove. And I will tell you that I don't have an exact recipe for this. It all kind of depends on how many tomatoes you have. I start adding things in, see how it looks. Listen to see if Grandma's whispering in my ear that it's not enough. So we're just going to give this a quick chop. Make this nice and small.
This looks like you're cutting grass.
Is that how you do it with the knife when you're at your house?
Yeah.
You just kind of go out there with the knife and cut the grass? Yeah. Like slave labor?
Yeah.
All right. So there's the basil. You want to get your spoon and scoop it in?
Maybe.
Yeah, let me grab that knife and get this part. All right. And then the oregano, same deal. I pulled a bunch of the stems off. We're just going to chop it up. The plants that this came off of will eventually be the dried oregano we use this winter. We'll get to that later this summer. We'll start cutting it and drying it.
I would mostly get this.
Is that where you want me to dump it?
Yeah.
Right there? Okay.
Right here, not there.
Well, you're going to mix it up. That's what I got you for with the spoon. All right. And then the next step is just adding olive oil. Again, no set amount. Just want to get enough to cover. Let me get in there for a second.
Okay.
That's probably 2 tablespoons right there.
Or you just people count how many seconds it took you and do the same exact thing.
Well, they could, but then were they squeezing it as hard as I was? So the tip of theirs is open as mine. You just don't know. So that's pretty much it. Let me help give you the quick stir. Ideally, we want this to sit for about an hour or so, just at room temperature. I'll put some plastic wrap over the top, leave it on the counter, come back and try it. But since you're all here, I'm going to grab a chunk of bread, and we're going to give it a taste test.
Right now?
Yeah. You want to grab that bread? You going to try this with me?
Maybe.
Go. So all I do is just, you want to see there's like already juice forming in the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Let's move that over so you guys can see it.
If you can.
See that? See that juice down there?
Mm.
That's like the gold right there. So you want to get your bread in there, get it all nice and mush. See all that? That's it right there. You can, this alone is worth the price of admission.
Really? Okay.
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna dip in it.
I'm just gonna put a little piece of tomato on mine.
Never had this, so hopefully try to get it.
You can already taste the spices starting to do their thing. You get a little bit of that garlic right away. I definitely get the oregano right off the top. Doesn't have a chance to blend. Nobody wants that piece. It's already been in your mouth.
Mm-mm.
There you go.
It hasn't.
What do you think? You like it?
Maybe.
You'd like it because you're still looking at it. So this is another one of those really quick ones. Again, you can eat it right now. In an hour, it's going to be phenomenal. Don't be doing that cutting across your throat back there, little mister. I don't eat tomatoes. It is awesome. And this goes back at least 3 generations in my family from when my grandma used to make it. So it's kind of sentimental to me, but it's also awesome. It's great. You can use up tomatoes in your garden, or if you got extra ones that you bought from the store that you're just not going to use, they're real ripe. The riper, the better on this. Again, you can put it in the fridge after an hour or so, but I would not refrigerate. I would start with warm tomatoes, let it sit, put it in the fridge later if you want, but before you serve it, because it's going to get a little congealy because of the oil, bring it out, let it sit on the counter before you serve. So that's it. You eat up there, Johnny. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, I don't want to hear any crap from you. I'd like you to subscribe, share, tell people, comment. Let us know what you think about it. Maybe you make something similar. Let us know what you think. All right? So that's part 3 of the extravaganza. We'll be back with more later. Thanks for coming by. Chef Boy, you going to say anything? All right, that's it. He's got nothing to say. Thanks for stopping by Eepa's Kitchen.